All right, guys, top of the morning. God, is it March 4th already? Happy March 4th, coming to you live, coming to you well, and coming to you beyond grateful for our opportunity today to hear from Iris. I'll talk to her about her in just a little bit, but if you're a guest to keep it moving, give me an emoji on the screen, give me a wave, give me a hi, give me a hello. I'd like to first off just welcome you. Keep It Moving is all about keeping it moving towards our dreams, goals, and vision. This is a platform that has been built by you guys, for you guys, to share your voices, your thoughts, your insights, as well as for me to pour into you guys any type of strategies, mindset, psychological growth, and everything in between. So you guys, this has been a labor of love. We've been at it now for 5 years, going on 6 years. I cannot count the amount of sessions that we've done together, but it's been an incredible journey. So needless to say, I am grateful, I am excited, and we're going to get into our guest speaker in just a moment. But before we go there, in true keep it moving fashion, I always have somebody bring us out on the field. This person sets the tone, shares their energy, sets the sentiment, and I'm going to choose somebody that has their screen on. No pressure, all the pressure in the world. It's going to you, TT, aka Tiance. She is a resident fast agent. She's going to go ahead and set the tone, set the mood, set the sentiment, and go ahead and take us out on the field because I know you know who our guest is. So, my friend, take us out on the field on this beautiful, amazing Wednesday morning. Let's roll.
Sure. I wasn't really ready for it, but sure.
Good, good.
I'm loving the guest speakers. I'm loving hearing from everyone. I've never met Iris, but I follow her on social media, so I'm super excited to absorb all of this good knowledge. I think the numbers are showing everyone's coming into the meeting. So I guess just let's learn from each other. I love learning from our fellow realtors. We have some good energy here and different insights. So let's all take notes.
Let's go. And TT, from your vantage point, what does Keep It Moving represent for people that are here as guests?
Let's keep it moving towards our dreams, goals, and visions. We all have goals, visions. That's what we're doing. We're keeping it moving. That's why we're all here to get coached up to keep it moving for our day. It's hump day. We got to keep it moving with whatever goals we made. Let's go.
I love it. And your favorite Beyonce song is what?
Oh God, that's too hard. That's entirely too hard. All of them.
All right, cool. And
Each
I heard.
album got me through something in life. Renaissance
Okay.
got me through my divorce.
Okay, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Each album represented a season. And so you guys, let's get right into the conversation. So I had the fortunate opportunity to meet Iris as kind of an orphan in a coaching session I was doing in person in Arizona last year. I was like, who is this person? I don't know who she is. Do you even go here? This is not even the session you're supposed to be in, but she was there. So we welcomed her reluctantly into the crowd, into the group. But just she had this energy, she had this spirit, and she has this personality that it's really, really hard not to like her, not to gravitate towards her, and not to get a sense of who she is as a human being. And so I started following her. We started talking. She's been a part of Intensity, and I've just been really, really inspired by her journey, how she shows up on social media. She doesn't have to do it perfect. She does it consistent. But listen, you guys, her journey has not been met without hard times, hardships, as we all go through. But she's been able to persevere. She's found her lane, what works for her. She's found her voice, and so it's been really, really incredible. Because at the end of the day, how many of you would love to see your guys' content that we inspire you and encourage you to create? How would you guys like that to see that turn into results and into monetary opportunities for you? I think it's safe to say everyone should have their hand up. And so what we struggle with is how long, when, what do I post? And so I'm going to turn it over to Iris, and I want her to share some of her blueprint, what's worked, how she's converting leads, and how she's been building at such a high level. And listen, it hasn't been done perfect, but what's been great about it, it's been done her way. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our guest of the hour or the 40 minutes, or however long you have with us today. Miss Iris Beas, and I don't have a Spanish accent, so I can't say it so poetically. But my friend, go ahead and take the mic. Welcome to Keep It Moving Group Coaching. I will turn the mic. Let's give her some love, some light, some positive energy. Go ahead, Iris. Go ahead and take the mic.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, it is recorded. I'm not sure recorded how good you talked about me so I can post this on social media.
It's recorded, my friend.
it. Perfect. I'll clip that part. No, thank you guys so much for having me here. I am not a gatekeeper. I'm going to tell you guys everything from beginning to end of what to do. I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely just consistency, right? If you're posting one video a week or just one video a day, like you're not going to have that much interaction going. And it's also with the message, right? The message that you're putting out there. So I've been in the business for 5 years. We've helped over 230 families already. 2025 already, we're already at 25 closings and we are barely in March.
And how many deals did you do last year?
77.
77. And Dorley said you have no chance of beating her this year, but it's okay. Continue on. I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay?
Is she in here?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me. 2020, I started in 2021. And I was kind of doing everything, right? I was door knocking. I was doing open houses. I was trying everything until one day, I was like, I'm going to go do a video on this property so I can show my client because I think this house is a good house for the client. And I was like, well, if I'm doing the house tour, might as well post it on social media, right? So that's kind of how it started, doing the house tours. That's kind of how it happened. So fun fact, 2022 of August of 2022, I was going to quit real estate. I was done with real estate. I didn't want to do anything with it. I wasn't doing good. I was in debt. My husband was like, I think it's time for you to get a job, right? And I was like, no, like, I really want to do this. Let me just give me some time. Give me some time. So that was August of 2022. I continued to post consistently. I was doing house tours. I was not at the office because I'm like, what am I doing at the office? Like, I have nobody to call. I have nothing to do. Right. So then I was just in the field doing house tours with new builds, resale homes. And then one video in September of 2022 went viral. And that December, I had hired my first assistant. And I had my husband quit his job to help me because I'm like, I'm grabbing onto this. I am not letting it go. This is for me. This is where
I'm going to pause you for a quick second there because I think this is a crucial part of your story. Obviously, we're not chasing the vanity. We're going to post, and then sometimes something just takes off.
Mm-hmm.
What shot with the videographer? Did you have the proper mic, the proper lighting? Did you understand everything you need to know about Instagram? Tell me about that video.
I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't think about what time I was posting. I didn't think about the editing. It was literally my phone. I was recording, and I was still using the front camera. Now I use the back camera, but I was still using the front camera. And I was like, hey guys, I want to show you guys this house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Literally, that was it. I toured the house. I wasn't even talking. I just toured the house, put music over that part. And that video was the one video that definitely changed my life, right? It completely went viral. I had to take a day off because my phone was just freezing from the calls, from the text messages, from the DMs. And it was just great. I was like, I'm holding on to this and I'm not letting go. From that moment on, I have been posting on social media 2 to 3 times a day.
Say that again for the people in the back of the room.
2 to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. So we went hard. I went hard on TikTok. So I was able to grow my business from TikTok, just using my phone, no mic, no tripod, nothing. It was literally my phone. And then eventually I learned to be able to record 0.5. I'm like, oh, that looks better. Perfect. So now I do all my videos 0.5, right? And I'm like, the back camera is better. Perfect. Now now I have my little flip, right? When I'm doing my videos. And now I'm learning more and more. Everybody's on social media now, right? So what's going to make you stand out? It's going to be your personality. Like, don't pretend to be something that you're not, because at the end of the day, you're going to meet with that client. They're going to be like, well, that's not how you were on social media. You catfish me, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something that I always tell my clients of, like, this is what you get. And he's like, I like that you are just how you are on social media, you are in person. I'm like, yeah, imagine if I was catfishing you, that would be crazy. But
well, it's funny that you say that about the catfishing, because when I met you and I see you on social, it's just, you're quirky, you're funny, you're silly, you say it how it is. Like, it's always the same.
Yes. So when it comes to social media, I focused everything on TikTok. So I was able to grow my business on TikTok, and then Instagram is a little bit harder. Instagram is more aesthetic, cute, and stuff like that, right? So that's kind of where I made the mistake. So I'll learn from my mistakes. On TikTok, it was like raw videos. That's what TikTok likes, right? Raw videos. Everything is a video. Like, you don't need to overthink. You don't need to make a list of, okay, I'm going to record this, so this is what I'm going to say, and this is how I'm going to say it. Literally, you're at a showing, your client's running late, grab your phone, start recording. I'm out here showing my client a house. They were on credit recommendations. They were able to get their credit score higher. Now we're out here shopping. I'm going to show them this house. Like, bam, that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be like, and today, at 5:46, I was doing this, and then I was doing that, and then my client said this, and then I said that. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Just literally, like, be real with the people. That's what they care about, right? So anything can be content. And then we started focusing more on TikTok. And the mistake that I've made is I was trying to make pretty videos, right? The aesthetic videos that you guys kind of see now with listing videos. But I started learning something, and those videos got me views, but not clients, right? So then I was like, you know what? I'm done doing that. Whatever I'm posting on TikTok, I'm posting it on Instagram. And it took a while for Instagram to hit, but eventually it did. But the thing that we did, once again, is for 2 years now, we've been consistent on posting 3 times a day. So I don't do 2 times. 2 times if I'm freaking dying and I don't have anything to post, right? And it's funny because the people know, right? The following that you get, they know how many times you post, they know how many stories you get. So you'll get those messages like, hey, you haven't posted. Are you okay? To me, that's the funniest thing ever. I'm like, I'm sorry, I've been busy, but here I am. I'm alive, I swear. So it's just funny how
it's is it 3 reels a day, and then how many stories on an average do you post a day?
My stories, I post 5 to 10 a day. 5 to 10 a day, especially if I'm out in the field, and that's definitely gives me content for stories. If I'm here at the office, I'm like, oh crap, we haven't posted on our stories, so let me just jump on real quick. Oh my God, Cheesemate guys, this builder's offering a 2.75 interest rate. Hey guys, I'm hosting a first-time homebuyer seminar happening this day. Oh my God, my client just called me to run comps on her house. She has this much equity on her house. Like, are you curious to know what your home is worth? Like, it's literally those little conversations. But on the 2 to 3 times a day, it is reels, or it could be also like a post, right? A lot of the carousels do good as well. So not necessarily just reels, but we try to focus more on reels because the reels get pushed out big. So when it comes to social media, don't pay attention to the times. Don't pay attention to when you're posting, how you're posting it. Just post. Just stay consistent. I have an agent on my team right now, and in order to be on my team, they have to post 2 to 3 times a day in order to stay within the team. Same thing, 5 to 10 stories, right? It's free marketing. It is free marketing. And even if you get 200 views, 100 views, that's 100 people at an open house. When are you going to have 100 people at an open house? I've never seen that happen. Maybe in 2021 when there's like lines up to see the houses, right? But not right now. We're not seeing that. So don't get discouraged when you're seeing 100 views, 200 views. That's 200 people that are looking at your video, that you grab their attention, right? Now, it's just not about the posting. Staying consistent with the posting, 100%. But another thing is the follow-up, right? Anybody that likes my video gets a message. Anybody that comments gets a comment back, whether it's something rude, whether it's something funny, like I'm just a smart ass back, like it doesn't matter. Because the more you're interacting on the comments, the more your video gets pushed out, right? So leading with a comment the word home down below, and I'll send you guys the information. Now you have all these comments, right? And your video is getting pushed out more. Okay. And then the message to anybody that likes my video is not like, hey, are you interested in buying or selling? Do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? My video is thank you for liking my video. If you have any questions, I'm here to help you. Any new follows, they get a message. Hey, thank you for the follow. Have a good rest of your week. I have screenshots that I've shared with my team of people that we sent this message to in 2024, 2025. And now they're like, hey, my dad wants to sell a house. Hey, I'm ready to buy a house. And I look at the conversation, and it was a message of us saying, have a good week. Like, that's literally all it takes. It's that easy.
So a couple questions here just for clarification. When somebody responds and say you send them a DM, they say, yeah, I would love to talk to you. Do you take that person off the platform and move them into your CRM?
So we screen them. We screen them on social media, on whatever platform it is. We screen them, and then we ask for their information. Perfect. The next step is definitely getting on a phone call with me. What's your full name? What's your email? What's your phone number? And what's a good time for me to give you a call? Then it goes directly into my CRM for us to make the calls.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Did you want me to answer questions on the bottom?
Yeah, so let's just pause for a quick second. So Oliver asked, how do you determine if it's going to be a reel or a story? I think I know that answer, but I want to just hear your answer.
So a video, I try to focus more on video because it's just better for, think about it. Like if you put a big caption, like who's going to sit there and read that? The amount of, this is a perfect example. When I do my house tours, on the caption, I have price, square footage, everything, and you'll still get 30 messages and 30 comments. What's the price? What's the price? What's the price? And I'm like, it's on the caption. All my videos have the price on the caption, but so nobody reads that. So you have on your screen, you have to put the main information, whether if you're talking new builds, what's the interest rate, right? If you're talking down payment assistance, okay, with $1,000 you can get this house. If the house doesn't have HOA, like whatever your target audience is, you want to have that on the screen. Fun fact, I watch videos on mute. And I'm literally like, and I'm like, oh shit, it's on mute. And like, I'll turn on the volume or whatever. A lot of people do that because a lot of people are scrolling at work. So they can't hear you, right? So the biggest thing is having that information, that hook on your video, because if you get that strong hook on the video, if they're looking for no HOA, if they're looking for a 2.75 interest rate, if they're looking for 0 down, that's when you're going to grab their attention. That's when they're going to sit there and save that video, or they're going to sit there and watch that video, or even maybe read that caption. So at the end of the day, the caption, it's really like not that deep, because 1 out of 100 is going to read it, to be honest with you guys. So always have that. When you're starting your video, the biggest thing, I'm at a house with no HOA, whatever the situation is, like that, those 10 seconds, you have those 10 seconds to grab their attention for them to finish watching that video.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then Alex asked the question about automatic message, or is it you going in there and responding to every follower, every single person that likes your video?
It's me.
Wow.
It's me. Yeah, because the way I feel it, if it's an automated message, then I'm going to lose their interest because now they're talking to a robot. That's once again, that's my thought.
So,
right? We're here to build the relationship.
So even if that takes you hours, you're sitting there responding to every single person.
So that was me doing everything. Now I do have an assistant that handles all of my social media. So all of the DMs, she's handling all of that. But at the beginning, of course, it was always me doing everything.
All right, cool. I love it. Alex, you threw your hand up. Did you have an additional contribution, or was that just a wave? Okay. All right. Another question for you. Do you ever reuse content?
Yes, I do. So when it comes to acre lots, for example, when it comes to doing a tour on a house, you can make so much content off the house, right? Let's talk about an acre lot. You could do drone footage. That could be 1 video, right? You do the house tour. That's 2 videos. You do short clips of the kitchen, of the most important thing of the house. That's another video. You walking around the house. That's another video. So there's so much content that can be made from one house. So the one that I constantly reuse is always like my acre lots, my drone footage, because you're not necessarily just selling that house. You're like, are you looking for an acre lot? I can definitely help you. Acre lots for less than $500. To DM me or comment the word acre, and I'll send you a list of acre homes. Like you can reuse it for things like that.
I love it. So Hugo asks, so does everyone that likes and comments get a DM as well, or just new followers?
So new followers get a DM. Every like gets a DM. Comments, if they're asking me a question where I don't want to put the information on there, like if they're asking for the address, if they're asking for something, then I'll DM them, so then I can continue to get those comments, right? Because as soon as you answer one, then they're going to see the response right there, and so they're not going to comment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. And then this intake for this screening process, when somebody responds, yeah, I have a question, acre, or whatever they respond to you, what is that screening process like? Do you send them a type form, or do you just ask them the question in DM?
Oh, we ask the question. So we're building that relationship. We're asking the questions. Hey, I would love to help you set up a game plan. Hey, I saw that you commented on that acre lot property. That house is going for this much. Are you looking to finance or purchase cash? Finance. Okay, bam. Requirements to buy. You're looking at this. Are you currently on the lease? How much do you make a year? Perfect. What's your full name and a good phone number and email so I can add it to my system and I can give you a call today after 5.
Beautiful. So you have all those questions already pre-written out. And
So
so
we just
depending on how they answer is how you're going to respond.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Can you send that to me sometimes? I can share it with everybody.
Yes. Another thing that I want to mention is a lot of people like overthink the content, right? And they think that they have to be recording every single day. And they're like, where am I going to find the time? I time block Tuesdays, every single Tuesday from 9 to 11. I'm out there doing content. Yesterday, I was doing content. I recorded 4 houses and then I come, I edit, and then I schedule everything for the week. So I don't have to worry about it. So during the week, I'm recording short clips. Yesterday, I recorded, I always play around. I said that I showered yesterday, so I wasn't going to shower today. So I was like, let me do some content. So I colored my little houses of my goals. I did that video. I literally recorded myself just here making calls, working. That's another video. And then I send everything to my assistant, and then we schedule everything for the week. So for example, since yesterday, we don't have to worry about content. Everything, my 3 posts a day have been scheduled. Now we're working on Monday of next week.
Man, I absolutely love this. And you guys, I'm going to get to you guys' questions in just a second. Which app do you use to schedule the post?
I don't have an app. You can schedule directly from each platform. So you can schedule directly from Instagram, and you can schedule directly on TikTok. Well, TikTok, it's TikTok Studio, where you can go in there and schedule all your posts. So you don't have to worry about it. It's being done.
Beautiful. For our bilingual speakers on the call today, how much do you blend your English videos and Spanish speaking videos? What is the blend?
So, sorry, there's like a little bug.
That's because you didn't shower today,
I
homie.
have a question. Sorry, what was the question?
So for the bilingual agents on the call today, how do you balance that? How much of your content is Spanish speaking? How much is done in English? And do you do the same video? Like you shoot in Spanish and shoot in English, same video?
Nope, I do the same video. I do Spanglish. I don't do one full video in English. Or I don't do one full video in Spanish. I'm Spanglish throughout the whole video.
Really? Okay. So it's a blend.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool.
It has to be for me because I look white, and then I'm not going to have any Hispanic clients because they're going to think I don't speak Spanish.
All right, cool. I love this. I love this. All right. So I want to go to personal versus private because oftentimes they're like, oh, well, I don't want to share my private life. Well, you are who you are. I've never been to your house, but I know that you have chickens. I know that you recently set up a home gym. I know that you have kids. I know that you were sick a couple weeks back. You made your kids sit on the couch and watch movies with you. And so for somebody that might have a mental block of, oh, I don't want to be too personal. I want to keep everything private. Like, when did you say, you know what, I'm just going to share my life?
Always, ever since Facebook started. I'm the type of person that I don't care. I share everything. I mean, the amount of help that I've had on social media when I was going through when I was going through depression, when I was going through anxiety, when I had my ectopic pregnancy, like it's insane that not because you're putting your life out there. Like one, the way I see it and the way I kind of see my life, it's like, I want to show people that I'm not special. I'm not a top producer from luck. Like I work to get there. And if you do the same thing, you can get there too. Like, so I think when it comes to personal life, like if I went through depression and got through it, you can too. Like that's just how I am when it comes to social media, because the messages that you get from people, like I went through this and this is how I handle it. I remember I had a freaking rash, and like I went to the hospital like 3 times. The doctor, nobody could figure out like what I was having an allergic reaction to. And I posted on social media, and this girl was like, hey, I had that. Stop taking all the medication that they're giving you. Like, do this, do that. Like, it's just insane. Like, the power of social media and the people that you can meet on social media is just insane. So when it comes to my content, I try to do business, personal business. So if you go to my content, you're not going to see business, business, business. You're going to see that I just got 4 new chickens last weekend because I was going through it and I was overwhelmed. So then I just got 4 more animals to keep them alive, if that makes any sense to you guys. Now I'm buying a chicken coop because at 3:00 in the morning, because the baby chicks are going to grow and now I need something bigger to put them in. So when it comes to because the more you are free to post whatever and don't care, everything just becomes content, right? Like if you're I started doing video food reviews, right? And I just did it for content. I'm like, oh crap, I need a personal video. We're eating at this restaurant. Let me just record myself. Well, guess what? Now restaurants reach out to me for me to go eat for free, and that's giving me content. So free food and content, it's a win-win for me.
Let's go. Let's go. So quick question, and then I'm gonna spend the next 10 minutes just opening up to the group. You have a group on Retainer. You have a band on Retainer that has been a huge part of your social media. It has been a part of obviously your closing and how you welcome your homeowners into their new space. Tell us a little bit about what that is, what that band is for the people that haven't seen those videos.
That sounds weird, band. It's La Banda, first of all.
Okay. Sorry. I guess I should speak in some Spanish once in a while so people know that I'm brown. So let's go on, my friend.
So the way I see that is I don't buy leads, right? I'm not on Zillow, I'm not on realtors.com. Like I don't purchase leads like that. So then I'm like, okay, then this could be my marketing, right? Those videos, when I did it the first time, I did it for my client because she was crazy. I loved her. I was like, she deserves this. Like she's gonna have a heart attack if I do this. So I was like, let's do it. When I saw that, sorry, I was eating a banana. When I saw that video like going viral, I was like, once again, I'm like, this is it. Like, this is free marketing. And yes, right, the more you're posting on social media on how big you're going with your closings, the more you're going to get hired for the closing. I had that situation happen where I did a smaller gift because it was like a flip home. And the next day she messaged me and was like, do you only do that when you post on social media? Like, why didn't you do it for me? So I was just like, whoa, like, did you hire me for the gift or did you hire me for my knowledge? Like, that's exactly what I told her, right? So it only happened to me once, but it's still there. But that's the way kind of how I see it, right? The marketing, right? That's kind of how you're marketing yourself, but just know that that's what people are going to expect. So I did make the mistake of having a VIP form for all of my clients, and they get to choose, like, do they want private? Do they want a video? Did they want banda? And everybody was choosing banda. But the thing there is that it's expensive, first of all. Second of all, when you have the banda, like they weren't dancing, like they were outside, they were moving in, and I'm just like, what's going on? So then I took that away, and now I only do it for those who I know would enjoy it or like that or have that lifestyle, right? So that's how I do that. But when it comes to closings, once again, everything is content. I started recording myself setting up for the closings. Those videos started doing very well for me as well. So just think about everything that you do is content, whether it's personal, cleaning your house, that's a video. If you have chickens and you're cleaning stop it. Like everything and anything is literally content. And that's when you have that mentality of, I don't care how I look, I don't care how I sound, I don't care how, oh, my baby chicken, that's my babies. When you don't care, everything becomes content. You can literally record. Like my key toss, now I'm known for my key toss, right? So now I started doing that. And that's La Banda right there. Oh, that's me being excited for my client because I got 4 keys, so I had 4 buyers. So like literally everything is just content.
So I love this. I don't know if you guys don't follow her, make sure to follow up. I'll put her Instagram handle down below. But I think that what I'm picking up, and hopefully you guys are picking up, is that she's just okay to be herself, be expressive, have some fun with it, be quirky, be different, be her. And she's naturally attracted to people that want to work with her. She's done that at a high level because we're all posting and we want to have some opportunities. But what happens is that sometimes we fit into this box of conformity and we find like, oh, like it's forced, it's white knuckled, it's contrived. And the moment that it's forced, it's white knuckled and contrived is the moment people feel that, right? I feel the authenticity when you post. I feel the smile, I feel the excitement, I feel the down moments with you, I feel the excitement about the chickens, the music, all of that. And it's expressed through your content and we feel that. And so let me do this. I know you have somewhere else to be, so I want to respect your time. I'm going to go to the group, you guys. Throw your hands up. Let's use the reaction button down below. There's a little heart and then there's a raised hand icon down there. If you have a question, something that you would love to ask Iris before she has to leave, because she's going to leave a couple of minutes early, let's get your hand up if you do have something. Ava, is that a hand up or just a thumbs up?
Oh, yeah, hand up. Quick question.
Okay. All right, let's go, my friend.
Hi, Iris. My name's Ava.
Hi.
And I'm 18. I've been building my social media ever since I was a sophomore, so I have a little around 30K. When I started real estate, I was deciding whether I should do a different profile or put it all on the same profile, and I decided to put it all on the same profile. And my audience, they're not used to that. So, I mean, I collab with businesses all the time. That's why I wanted to put that in there too. But I don't like to just post just about real estate. I also like to do motivational content as well. So how would I put it all together? I feel like I get so many views, but little likes. It's all 40 likes, but 2,000 views. So should I start doing trial reels, or what do you think?
You know what? I haven't done the trial reels. I think it's just going to be the consistency. How many times a day are you posting?
Once every day, but once.
Okay, so then try doubling up on your posting, right? 2 to 3 times a day, and then try and see how that does, because it's going to take a while, because you were posting a certain type of post to those 30K people. Now you're switching it up on them, so they're like, wait, what? But I would not create 2, because you already have that following. So eventually, like, that's going to grow. So I would just double up on your posting on the reels, and what's the message that you're putting out there as well. And you're not private, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you should try that, like doubling up.
And Iris, I think you'd be super, super stoked, like how she creates her content, what she does, super, super lively. It's like she's showing up in a big way at this age, 30,000 followers. That's a really, really good baseline. So congrats on all your success as well, Ava. Maybe we have you come back and teach a masterclass down the road. Let's get a couple other thoughts and contributions. Anybody else have a hand up, question, something that they wrote on their notes, anything that you'd like to ask Iris before she heads out? Evangeline, what do you got for us, big dog?
Yeah, so it's kind of 2 questions. One is, do you suggest like certain lengths or that perform better? Because I know shorter is usually best, but I know home tours can go a little longer and it hooks viewers. So there's that. And then with the schedule posting, I found that it didn't get picked up as much by the algorithm as opposed to just organically posting. But then I guess, is it about consistency? So
it is consistency for sure. So for example, for for Instagram, for example, we post at 9, 3, and 6. 9, 3, and 6 for 2 years. 9, 3, and 6. But once again, we've been doing it for 2 years, right? When it comes to the length, fun fact, I have videos on Instagram. I think you can only, well, now I think they just changed it to 10 minutes, right? But on TikTok, if you scroll to my TikTok, there's videos that are like 4 minutes. There's videos that are 5 minutes. So then what I started doing, when it's a big house like that, I divide it into part 1 and part 2. Because now if there's a part 1 and then you're telling them there's a part 2, like comment part 2, or part 2 is coming up at 6 p.m. Now you're drawing them back to your account because they want to see that backyard, right? So I think for sure it's just consistency. There's no right time, dates. There's nothing. It's literally just being consistent every single day. Like, and not just like, oh, I'm consistent 1 week and then the next week I'm not. Like, it's literally every single day is showing up.
I love this. I think we got time for 2 more questions. Oliver, you're up. And then do we have someone else that has a pressing question that they want to ask? Let's go, Oliver.
Hey, Iris, thanks for sharing everything. So quick question, can you tell us more about the structure with your assistant that does the social media specifically? Is it full-time? Is it just a few hours a day? Can you just tell us a bit more about that?
She's full-time and she's only doing social media. So her job is sending out those, scheduling my posts, making sure everybody gets a comment, making sure everybody gets a DM. If we have DM send out, right? Have a great rest of your week, or we answered a question, we screen somebody and then they stop responding. She goes back and she's like, hey, just a reminder, like, I'm here to answer any questions you may have. So we go through all of those DMs. So her focus is literally just social media in all 3 platforms. I post the same video on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I don't overthink it. I don't post different ways. I post the same thing on all platforms.
How long did it take you before you hired an assistant to do exactly what they do for you today?
Well, I had, when I was going to quit, so it was like the 1.5 years that I was into real estate, I hired somebody that was kind of helping me with social media a little bit, but she was also my ISA. And I think it was in 2023 when I was like, okay, social media does need like a full-time person to handle that if this is what I want to focus on. which that was my focus. I stopped door knocking. I stopped doing open houses. Now I just focus on social media. So I was like, okay, I need somebody literally there 24/7. I'm out there doing the content. I give it to her. She posts it. She sends all the DMs. She sends all the likes. We also interact on social media, right? So then she scrolls on my feed and then she's like, oh, cute kid, oh my god, I love your chicken, oh my god, I love your dog. Like, she also interacts. And then we digital door knock, right, where you can kind of go and put, like, for example, Avondale, and then anybody that has tagged Avondale, we kind of go through their stuff, which is strangers, right? And you're liking their stuff, they're commenting on their stuff.
Smart. Last contribution, Sweet Pea. Go ahead and take yourself off of mute if you have the ability to throw your camera on. Iris has never met you, and she'd love to see your face. Let's go, my friend. Last contribution.
She's on mute.
You're muted.
Sorry.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Sorry I'm a little late, but you answered my question on the last one. As far as how often do you go back and engage with the people who are actually commenting on your posts and interacting in the other communities? So I like that you have said that, because in one of my books I read with Gary Vee, I know that he had said he would get up a lot and he would make sure he goes through all of his social medias and make sure he comments back on every single thing. And that's kind of an area where I'm slacking, because as you mentioned previously, like, don't just post once a day, post 2, 3, 4 times a day. And I'm trying to get a little bit more used to that. I'm like, man, I got so much stuff out here. I'm kind of tired of looking at my damn self, you know? But I've also realized I'm getting a lot more engagement. So I was telling Steffi, although my posts are getting about 500,000 views. Although by the end of the year, I want to make it to like anywhere between a steady 500,000 to almost 1 million. You know what I mean? But I don't use TikTok. I haven't got familiar with it. I posted on there once, and I was just kind of, like I said, you answered that question as far as like how often do you go back and interact with people. But since you do have somebody who does that, I mean that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, and then if you don't have an assistant, like, for 1 hour, I'm gonna interact. I'm gonna go send out DMs. Like, put yourself on do not disturb, so you're not answering emails. You're not answering. You're literally just focused on social media.
Yeah, that was pretty much my question. I literally this week I still have my intensity sheet up, and I was telling Stephanie, I was like, I'm still gonna apply that to my life to keep me on track, because I'm still new to real estate. I've only been a year deep, but I've been, I'm heavily in community involved, so I'm just trying to figure out where my niche is at, you know what I mean, and to keep that engagement and
then, like, remember, everything is content. If there's a McDonald's being built, go record that. Oh my god, guys, did you guys see that there's a McDonald's? Finally, we don't have to wait in line at the other McDonald's. Like, that's content. Any restaurant, small businesses, like, that's all content. But remember, when you do food reviews or small businesses, always collab with them, because if you collab, they share followings or seeing your stuff.
Yeah, a lot of my locals I do that with here is I try to collab, you know what I mean? Like this morning, the other day, when I was doing some stuff for work, I was just like, one of my favorite places for a cappuccino and computer work, and I collab, I tagged them because I did a story instead of a post, because I'm going to go back later on this week like I did last year and do some not Halloween, good Lord, Easter stuff, or whatnot. So I'm getting ready to start that. Like last year I did an Easter egg hunt. And I think I talked about this during our intensity group. And it's very cheap. Like, I got 3 big master eggs. I picked 3 local spots to where it's just like, one was a protein shop. Or no, Monday was coffee. Wednesday was a protein shop. And Friday was a bar. All 3 were my locals. I left one of them I left like each one I left like a $20 in there. And it's just like, okay, now you can buy your coffee. And I left cookies and my business card and a little love note. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I do that. And then I would carry little, like 20 baby eggs. So if I saw anybody randomly, they would still have that with my business card and a little love note and some little chocolates, So like, oh, here, random person, But yeah. So
I absolutely love this. And not to cut you off, I want to respect Iris's time. She has somewhere else to be. But listen, I want you guys to stay put. I have some questions for you guys to wrap up this entire session. But I just want to say again.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm talking to my baby. I got to get her to daycare.
All right, do you think?
All right.
I want to get a quick vote and give me reactions using emojis on the screen. How many people think that we should bring Iris back for another session? Give me emojis on the screen so I can get a quick vote. Okay, cool. I think the crowd has spoken. Iris, I appreciate you. Any parting words? Thank you for being a guest of Keep It Moving today. Any parting words before you head out?
No, thank you guys so much for having me. And once again, it's just staying consistent. It's try it. From now until we do part 2. Let's do that. From now until we do part 2. Post 2 to 3 times a day. And then you can come back to part 2 and tell us how that's going for you.
So, my friend, thank you. Thank you for always being open to receive. Thank you for being a part of Intensity, for doing your part. My friend, I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Everybody else, please stay put. Iris, I know you have somewhere to be. Thank you for your time. And I want
Guys, thank you. Bye.
Peace, my friend. All right, guys, listen. I thought that was absolutely incredible. So I want to ask you guys thoughts, key takeaways, and what are you inspired to do from an action standpoint right now moving forward? Before I get to you guys, I did want to go. Oh, okay, there she is. Let's go, Brianna. But I did want to get Eric King involved in the conversation as well. Brianna, what do you got for us, my friend? Share your thoughts, insights, and key takeaways, and what you're inspired to do moving forward.
This is a conversation that I've been having with myself because I get on a good hype with social media and I will just organically post and then I stop. So it's definitely aside with other things, an eye opener that I'm getting ready to go out and clean my chickens and I need to grab the tripod that Uncle Kenny gave us and set it up and record my chickens. The last one I recorded of my chicken eggs got 14,000 views within a couple days. So like, why am I not posting more? So come on, guys, let's post.
Chicken Mom, what did I tell you 2 weeks ago? What is missing from your social media right now?
Me.
You, my friend, you.
Me.
Your personality, your sass, the chickens, all that shit that you're into, that's missing, my friend. I look forward to my coaching session today. We'll talk more about that.
Yes, we are, and I have already had that conversation with myself because, and anyone who is not showing up for our content days in the office, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I don't care if you mad. You're dumb. That's dumb. Show up.
Me out. I got the text message. No.
Yeah, I am. You're being dumb. You need to show up. If you're having problems with your social media and you don't want to post or whatever, these collaborations with our team Fast are, I mean, while I'm having this little stump in my posting of social media, that has kept my social media alive. So if you're not, if you're on our team, even if you're not on our team, we invite you guys to come hang out with us. So come hang out with us. Do social media. We're doing them in Stockton. We're doing them in Oakland. And I'm telling you right now, we showed up and Patrick shows up now.
And I get all the proofs to give it the final yes or no. And they turned out so dope. So dope. All right. I look forward to seeing you later. Let's get a couple other hands. Let's go to Kia. Kia, key thoughts, contributions, and what are you inspired from an action standpoint to do moving forward? Let's go.
So I will say the last, I don't know, I want to say maybe like a good 3-4 weeks, I have been posting consistently, like not every day and not multiple times a day, but definitely like every 2 days or every 3 days. And like my numbers are going up, both on the renovation side and also on the real estate side, which is amazing. And so I totally like agree that we definitely need to like post more because we are in the business of marketing. I don't think I could do like 2-3 times a day though. That's kind of a lot, but maybe I'll get there. But yeah, I just want to share that like for those that are not.
I personally think that you could.
Yeah, I think I could too. And actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been using my husband as content lately.
Yeah, we noticed. So I just want to give you some context here. And let's say she's doing this 5 days a week and she's doing an average of 15 videos. That is 780 videos in 1 year. Whose name are they going to say? The name that they see more of, right? It's like the Russell formula. Right? It's about just building and building and building and building like that. I want you to imagine, where would your business be in 6 months from now if you posted 3 videos a day? In a better position than it is now or in a worse position? The only
I would definitely
is better.
Right. And it definitely would be in a better position. I think I probably will try to build myself to that. Perhaps I could go from like posting every 2 days to like every day, and just doing it that way. Because I mean, I do post on my stories, but if it's reels and posts that that's going to help, I'm all for it. So I mean, personally, for me, I've noticed it. I've noticed my views going up. I've noticed engagements going up, all of that. And that's just me just being consistently just posting every other day. So if I'm being consistent doing that, imagine yeah, exactly what it would look like if it was like every day and then eventually it would turn into like 2, 3 times a day.
Let's go, Kia. Great to see you. Let's go back over to Sabrina. Sabrina, rapid fire. What was your contribution, thought, insight on the conversation? Was that a new hand or an old hand?
I think it was my old hand, but no,
Okay.
I've been noticing a lot of her content. I like her with her husband. I think it's cute. I think they have a cute little dynamic, and he has personality. And I honestly can, and I don't mean it's like a jackass. I like regular videos, like real videos, not the AI videos. I really enjoy seeing people's real personalities and the authenticity. And I always tell people, it's like I feel my prettiest when I'm my ugliest getting out the gym. So I like what she had said. Even when you come in and you're fresh off the shower, or like you're just sitting there having your cup of coffee and you just put whatever music on there and whatever content, it could be, you at the grocery store right now, just walking down an aisle and find something to talk about and just put any content. Okay, I'm shopping, any of those are who Swiffer sweeps are the best for, whatever type of flooring for your new home, just something random and stupid that could be like 2 sentences. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's
Good
all.
stuff. Good stuff. My thought on AI is that we're going to get desensitized over time. It is interesting to some, but I believe that we also have to create content in our own voice, in our own image, because I want people to see the real you as well. I think it is interesting. I think it is appealing, but I also believe that it does not take the place of your authentic voice and your authentic opinion. That's my take on AI. We'll see more of that in the future, but let's go around the room. We get a couple of additional key thoughts and key takeaways. Is Eric still here? Damn it, Eric left. I wanted to get a quick thought from him, but let's do that. So I'm going to go back over to TT. Let's go Casey. She is a guest of ours, and then we will come over to Abel. We get some thoughts. TT, let's go to you, my friend. Key thoughts, key takeaways from our time together today.
Yeah, there were so many takeaways actually, and my brain is just going. I definitely don't post a lot. I do teach a Zumba class, and every time I post a Zumba video, I get so much comments and likes. And the problem is, I'm in the moment in my Zumba class, so I don't whip out my camera. So I need to change my habit because I do understand that that brings a lot of attention. So I need to capitalize on that. And
So you're saying that you're bringing your GoPro that's
Use your
strapped to your head, and you're going to film. Okay, good stuff. I'm just helping
Sorry,
you
I'm
facilitate
interrupting.
ideas.
TT, talk to Jess Bling. She records all her classes.
So the thing is, my music, my playlist is off of my phone. So sometimes it gets interrupted. Anyways, I got to figure that out somehow.
No. If you have the new phone, you could listen to music and record at the same time. It doesn't mess it up.
You can. And there's been several times where I've done it and I've stopped the music on accident. So I just need to refine that.
All right,
That's all.
refine that.
I need to figure that out.
All right.
But a huge takeaway is because I am on the Zillow team, and there's such a huge difference from Zillow when you're trying to, I don't know, get to know that lead. They don't know you, so they're so hesitant. And so I think what Iris is saying is huge. Like you really have to put your personality out there because people work with other people that they know, like, and trust. And I've never met Iris, but I feel like she's a friend of mine.
That's right.
Because I'm always loving her videos. She's, hey, your Tia can sleep in this bedroom. I love it. That's her personality. And for her to be so raw, I feel like I know her and she's a friend and she's very approachable. And so I really need to change the way I do because I feel like I'm approachable too, but I'm not putting it on social media as much.
Yeah. I think next it's like, let's hear a little bit more on the social piece. But when she brings people into the office for buyer consultations, that's a whole nother part of her business. Like they require the buyer consultation. They're similar to us, but they sit down, they're in the office, they go through the buyer consultation, they have a lender in the office, they get them pre-approved right there. Like that part of their business is solid as well. She did 77 deals alone last year.
Crazy.
And 90% of those came from social media, 90% of that business. Wild. Let's go to Casey. Casey, one key thought, one key takeaway, then we'll go over to Abel, and then we will wrap our session. Let's go, Casey. All the way from Southern California. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am well.
That's good. Okay, so for me, I think that I really just need to do what we had talked about the other day, which is taking my mask off. Like, I think that I have to be so professional all of the time, and that is not relatable. People cannot relate to that. And I'm really motivated because I want to do more authentic things like showing my kids. And gosh, it sounds like I need to get some chickens now.
Hey, listen, there's a huge chicken community out there.
It sounds like it.
Well, Casey, thanks for being
Yeah.
here. I coach with her team in Southern California and her team leader, Ron Berner. So I just want to say thank you for being here as a guest. Let's go to Abel. Abel, key thought, takeaway, contribution. We'll go over to Nikki, and then I'm going to get one last final contribution. Don't know who that is yet, but let's go, Abel. What do you got?
Yeah, I just love how she said everything is content, post everything. You're at a restaurant, you see a new building being built, a new McDonald's. That's some A plus information right there. So I'm gonna start posting a lot more.
Bro, it's everywhere around us. It's
Yeah.
everywhere around us. Share your vantage point, your opinion, how you see the world. Oh my God, let's stop for a minute. Do you see what they're building here? What is the details of this new restaurant we have in River Islands? They're putting the new Redwood Cafe, which they brought over from Modesto. That's the shit is a big hit. It's a big hit. So I appreciate that. Let's go, Nikki. And then I'm going to have Srey take us off the field. Let's go, Nikki. Key thoughts, key take.
All right. Hey, guys. Good morning. Yes, Iris is awesome. I really like her down-to-earth personality. And as she was talking about, like, content with what I've heard today, I agree that the AI is making our jobs a little easier. But I do feel that being authentic, the AI can never replace that. So I agree with you that a lot of times the people use that and it's faster and all, but I think the people don't really get to know who you are when you're so relying on that. So I agree with that. And the other
I think it should be I think it should be sprinkled in. Right? I think it should be sprinkled in so they get a side of your creative, innovative, technological thought, but then they also get to see the real side of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I agree. That too, and for the people who have chickens here, which I didn't know that it was a chicken community, do you guys have like acres of land? I mean, do your neighbors convenience by your chickens? I'm just like,
no.
So I'm just like, wow. The people.
No, Brianna lives in the neighborhood. She lives in the neighborhood. She's not on acreage. She lives in the neighborhood. And so
You give out the eggs and your neighbors don't care, especially when that egg crisis was happening. Girl, I was the favorite neighbor. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious.
I love this.
That's hilarious.
But
Well, thank you for clarifying.
I'm going to have you take us off the field, my friend. Key thoughts, key takeaway, and what are you inspired to do after this call? Let's roll.
Oh man, yeah, that was amazing. Everything that Iris shared, I wrote everything down, but key takeaway is consistency with posting. I feel like I'm also like Brianna as well, where I feel like I'm doing really well posting one week and then another week I'm just like, oh, what do I do? So now my action from this day is literally just post anything, because I have ideas and then I'll just think too much on it and then I stop myself. So now it's just whatever comes, just do it. And then this just brings me back to like intensity mode. Just post, don't overthink, just post. That's it.
And I highly encourage everybody just to read more. Read about the industry, read books, fiction, nonfiction. Like, hey, you guys, I read this article or this passage today, or I saw this quote in this book today. I want to share my thoughts and opinion on it. Read more, because then you're going to feed yourself with new, fresh ideas. So today, appreciate you. Abel, what was the last thought and contribution? I want to keep us on time.
Yeah, real quick, Iris, she said she posts on Tuesdays and makes her content for the whole week. So I thought that was kind of smart and cool. Yeah, so I'm going to start doing that for sure.
But hear what she said. It is non-negotiable time for her. I'm going to go out and view properties for this amount of time, and that's all I'm doing, right? So, but what do? We have squirrel moments. We allow things to distract us. Oh shit, I didn't get to that, right? And then we're like, darn it, I didn't get to my filming. Like, it's a non-negotiable. And still to this day, what does she do? She does this. She does this dramatic thing. Hey guys, I'm out here at Buckeye. If you're a homeowner that's looking to buy a house at $340,000 and you only have 3% down, this is the video for you. It is the same thing from her phone still to this day. and she does really, really well. So you guys, I'm excited to mix things up, to continue to bring different voices in, to keep it moving, to keep it spicy, to keep it original, but to also be have messages that coincide with what we do here. Listen, I'm going to tell you the things that I know that you need to know in order to build your business, but oftentimes you need to hear it from other people. That way it really, really lands. I'm always going to be here for support, but we have a big, giant network of people we know in this industry. I want to bring more and more people here to pour into you guys. And all I want to see from each of you on the screen, whether you are a guest or you're a team member, is show me your receipts. Show me your receipts. That's it. The receipts are growth. The receipts are doing the action. The receipts are posting the content. Imperfect, consistent, gritty action. That's all I want to see. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being mindful and open to receive. And as always, my friends, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and make today a day that truly matters. Peace and love, my friends.